Do those? Let me see them again. Oh shoot!
And
Look like you're getting some business handled.
And also one-handed.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Oh shoot.
I'm the new Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham.
You the new Odell Beckham?
You the new one?
Yeah.
Guess what I did yesterday?
What?
I went to a football game.
Who?
It was XFL team, Orlando Guardians.
A college?
No, it's a whole different league. So
the people that don't get to the NFL and then they go to
yeah, it's true. Or the people who like didn't
make it and the people that don't make it and never risk their life to get there. Yeah, them. Yeah, I know that. Well,
I mean, some of them did risk their life. Some of them did play in the NFL, but yeah, it's an alternative league. You a smart dude. I tell you what, that's what's up. Well, you know, we here now to get to this business, so let's do that.
Okay, good.
Welcome to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda T. Tonight we're reviewing BMF. I didn't write down what episode this is, but I think it's 6. I think it's
not sure.
Not sure.
One of them.
Anyway, but before we do that, D, where you go?
Smack that thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
All right now. Peace. I love how he stepped in the video and then like step out, step back in again. Ooh, so anyway, y'all, BMF. The show opens with Sidekick in the trunk where we left off last week, and it turns out
you that was the police.
Brian was the one. Can I just like before we get started, like, can we just talk about how we ordered doggone near the same glasses and that's a look.
Cute, Z-Lu. Aren't they cute?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man.
So you know, I just had to say that because I'm feeling kind of. You know, I don't really wear my glasses. They usually be on top of my head. So
I can't see without mine, so it is.
I'm feeling like Spears. I'm feeling like Spears is back. Sometimes I'm just Rhonda. But my alter what they call it? Alter ego?
The Spears.
Yeah. You sound different. Anyway, back to this. BMF. Sidekick in the trunk. Brian, put him there. Not surprised. You said that. Brian is in there. Like, of course he's not gonna snitch. If he was Brian, then he would have went through with the whole plan. He did not. He changed his mind. So Brian is now saying, like, I'm gonna put your mother back in a crappy nursing facility and charge you with murder.
I mean, police are horrible, aren't they? That's the.
You're wondering like why he thinks he's a good guy, because you're definitely not. Because at the end of the day, you punishing his mother. That's just low. That's low. You're not better, nigga. Sorry. Can we still say that? Probably not. I'm child.
And then you want us to look up and be like, police are our friends. I'm gonna take her out this nice facility and put her in here. I mean, out of this bad one, put her in a nice one. But as soon as you make me mad, she going right back.
And okay, let's point out this. What color is he?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not that conversation. It's all about like this superiority power trip they be on.
And the thing is that what did she do to you? You playing with her life. She ain't in the dope game. She a sick lady. And you playing with her life.
Well, her life ain't the only one that got played with, but we'll talk about that you know, when we get to it. Meanwhile, BMF is at the funeral of Saki. You know, Saki got popped by Lamar outside the record store. And his homeboy is upset because Mickey, aka Sidekick, is not there. Well, he's not there because he's in the trunk of this car. And, you know, I guess, so that's that.
He probably still wouldn't be there because he betrayed old boy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He might have showed up. We don't know. We don't know. Terry said he ain't never liked that dude no way. So
Right, since the second grade, your little friend since the second grade.
Right.
He ain't never liked him.
He ain't never liked this dude. So, you know, Meech said he looked for him everywhere. He done called the folks to find out last time he seen him, you know, they pieced out at the record store and, you know, he doesn't know where he is. Terry is like, this dude is talking to the police. So, you know, so at the end of the day, we still don't know if we could trust him and we haven't talked to him. So we don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
I feel like only one of them can make sense at a time. Like, you know what I'm saying? They be making sense at times, but never at the same time. Somebody's always like all the way off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, they're running out of options, even though Terry thinks it's a bad idea. Meech has decided to move forward, going behind K9's back to get to the Columbia Connect. I mean, it is what it is. When you're in this life, I suppose there ain't no being careful. You know, I'm always thinking of a logical, like, you know, how people who don't deal in that business think.
Right.
So back at the precinct, evidence room guy is pressing Bryant and, you know, Lady Cop because them bricks been gone for a while. They were supposed to run it and bring it back. And so now there's about to be an audit. He is like, I'm gonna need y'all to bring back them bricks.
What the police do with them bricks? What they hold on to them? What they do with them? They just put them in the evidence room for what? And how long?
Well, I guess until court happens. You know,
And then it goes where?
To heaven. Where Meech is the king of crack selling. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, police. Okay. Well, the more I watch.
Well, you know, we should probably just recycle it. It's here now. You know what I mean? It's here. We already have it.
We're gonna
It would be
recycle it right back on the
throw it
street.
away.
Put it right back on the streets, huh? Go on and sell it back.
And
Now I'm supposed to be mad at BMF. I'm more mad at the police watching
that's
this.
the American dream. But they call that capitalism. Just saying. So we're at the funeral. Meech is giving a speech. You know, it's a funeral. It's not just, see, here we go again. It's not just these BMF dudes. This kid had aunts, uncles, parents. So you came into a situation like a funeral is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Regardless to where you standing on the line, like I said, that's somebody's kid. You know, and it looked like his mama and aunties and all them were there at the funeral.
Yeah.
Bryant walks in and just being disrespectful, asking Meech where's his bricks at. No respect, none whatsoever. And at the end of the day, they go back and forth. And as he walks out, he flicks his, you know, because they're doing this whole pour out a little liquor ceremony.
Was they doing that in the church?
In the church. But
That's what I thought.
It was a bottle of wine, I believe. Listen, we at Snoop Dogg's church. Let that be clear. And at one point, Snoop did confront them and let them know, like, keeps happening. Y'all keep having these funerals because y'all are out here still in the streets making a mess
I've been to Snoop Dogg's church a couple of times recently.
I was trying not to talk about that. So anyway, boy, oh boy, do I edit? I don't know yet.
Boy, if I only knew.
Snoop Dogg, child. Like I said, let them know they're the reason why we keep having this problem. Like, don't be y'all righteous because y'all, you know, this is y'all's fault. And then Meech, of course, says something to the effect of the donation that he made to the church. Like, just when you go to Snoop's church, please understand that he got it just as good as you're gonna give it to him. Mm-hmm. So besides all that, we're not gonna convolute the donation that you gave to the church with the foolishness that you got going on in the streets. Can the church say amen? Because that's how Snoop put it down. Anyway, this dude, what's his name? Bryant walks out of there being disrespectful and flicks his cigarette in the bowl where they was like showing love to the homie. However your ceremony go, that's how it go. I feel like regardless to what it was a bottle of wine, and you have no business coming in there throwing your cigarette in the people. Just downright. Now you're disrespecting church, the preacher, yes. Everything.
Mama now.
The mother, the father, uncles, child. So Pops is sitting in the room in the dark. He's upset because Terry done pulled his money out of the car riding business. Why do you need Terry's money? Why do you need Terry's money though?
Terry's money is what started it. That money that he got.
Maybe you should have had a conversation with Terry about how you can do that on your own without, you know what I'm saying? Terry got money, so he over there, you know, doing the street thing. Yeah, anyway, you know, sometimes people be righteous on one hand, and then on the other hand, they be touching all up on the neighbor lady. So he's upset because Terry took the money. You know, the mother is, you know, back in her Wendy's uniform, talking about don't kick him out. What do you mean don't kick him out? This is where I'm confused. That's what I'm saying. Terry still lives there, so then Terry should not be snatching the money from nothing. If you want to go do your street thing, go do it. But let me have this thing.
Because that was just mean. That was just mean, Terry.
Why are you doing that? If you don't want to do it, go and go. But I need to still maintain these cars and stuff. And you want to still live in my
here.
house.
You still living here. I still got to have a house.
Come on.
Yeah, that was
crazy. We need to talk to the writers, back it on up, because some of that stuff, you know, where you say that little disclaimer in the beginning, how some of this stuff never happened. Clearly that didn't, because it just doesn't make sense. Y'all sound crazy. Lucille says she got to go to church because the preacher want her to start another women's group for whatever reason. I'm not sure. She don't even want to do it because these women ain't featuring her no way. They, you know, they mad at her. She done cussed them out in the middle of service. Of her
son, and she gonna go over and do the okay.
Why we ask her to do it?
Why is we asking her?
Well, she didn't say no, so there's that.
That's good.
So Charles decided in that moment, since she got to go to church, you know what? I think I'm gonna pick up a night shift. Where? How does that work? The car driving service is not there, right? Or is it still
GM?
You just picking up shifts like that random?
Child. That's what he said.
I did not work in GM. You did. I did grow up with a parent that worked in GM. Basically a whole family that worked at GM. Picking up shifts usually was a thing like that was understood. Not, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You tell me. I don't feel
like what he was doing, and she wasn't questioning it because she worked at Wendy's.
I'm just saying, Charles. It just felt to me like soon as she said she was going to church, all of a sudden you decided, you know what? Think I'll pick up a shift.
Child, my shift was my shift. But okay.
Right. And if you did like have pick up a shift, wasn't it like? Because I remember sometimes I'm gonna be working third for the next 2 weeks. Like it was a thing.
Told. Yes, it was a sign too.
Right. She didn't just randomly like.
And third, if and people from GM know, third shift is that premium shift. You can't just get on that shift like that.
Pick that one up.
So that's the extra money shift. You can't just go on that shift.
Feel like there's protocol that go, somebody get hurt and they be like, Susie was there. No, it wasn't Susie. It
They
was
say, what's your
Brenda.
seniority? That's how you get picked to go on that shift.
Girl, we got to make a thing so Charles can get over there with Mabel. So he gonna pick up a shift, and like you said, his wife ain't asked no questions because she's focused on the ladies group that she got to make with a bunch of ladies that don't like her. So that's stressful. So Brian and Lady Cop have to figure out how they're gonna get them bricks back in the evidence room when they're gone. And it seems as though Meech is not just gonna give them back. So Brian said he got a hookup. He knows a guy that can get that synthetic. Sound like that can get you killed. Now, see, this is the thing that you ask, like, so when they go to court, whatever case, you know, the bricks is attached to is no longer going to actually be cocaine. So
when they be like, that wasn't cocaine, they're going to get less charges because of some synthetic stuff. Just saying. Test
so
it.
who's going to be in trouble?
He finished. Somebody finna get off. Somebody about to get off. Yeah.
Yep. So, but you know, I don't think they don't care because they just don't want to get fired. So they got to use their own money. So Brian's bright idea cost them some cash. And now, you know, Lady Cop in here trying to be, you know, the best partner on the planet. So now he done cost her some money. Sorry about it. It's the games we playing out here in these streets. Meanwhile, Meech is over at his baby mama house. Baby mama number 1 or 2. I don't know which number they are, but he's at the baby mama house.
That one. That's one.
That's one?
Yeah, because that other one, remember, she had a little baby. We was like, where that baby come from?
Where did the baby come from? Okay. So, and you know, he's had a hard day. She's the hard day girlfriend because I do believe she was the one that was at the hospital when he got shot and stuff. So after the funeral, you know, he went over there and just wanted her to know that he needs her to be his peace, you know, in the middle of all this craziness that's going on in these streets.
I mean, when he said it, I was like, I guess so, because the other one over there with Lamar, so I guess she can't be peace.
And she does drugs. Like there's actual product in her drawer. And she don't really care what you got to say.
She don't.
Do what she gonna do. After, you know, he goes to visit his piece, he drops by other baby mama Cash Doll's house. She over there braiding her little cousin's hair. And this little girl was a fresh mouth.
She said, come down to ATL show.
16.
She said she was getting it. She started
she's visiting from Morris Brown. What? How? She's 16.
At 16?
What was she
supposed to be that smart?
Girl, no, she not. Now that I don't know. I don't know those people. Anyway.
She would have been in Ebony.
Maybe she was. We don't know. But anyway, they send her little fast tail out of the room, and Cash Doll is like, look here, we need to tag team this thing. I'm sick and tired of what Lamar popping up. We need to go handle this. Why don't we do the 1-2 punch and I roll them in there and then you know, take them out.
I was with her.
And he was like, my baby mama. And she was like, yeah, we've been past all that a long time ago. So this is probably why she can't be his piece, you know, like you said, because, you know, she got a lot going on over there. And so he said he's not with it. And she was like, look here, Lamar do whatever I tell him to do, child. So what you need to do is let me lure him in. You can take him out. And much like Terry, doesn't seem like whatever Meech say do, she gonna do what she want to do anyway. So he might as well just roll with it. So just like we thought, Terry's baby mama, what's her name, Wanda, and her mother, they was over at the psychic that steals your things. Like she makes you bring your things over there and then she
I thought she was like gonna set them up or some stuff. She didn't took the stuff to the side.
Look, because you know what? I was thinking, I was like, these are Terry's belts. So it's probably like a Gucci belt, you know, some,
Yeah.
you know, so she'd have kept it. Why?
She said,
What
"Hey,
did we learn from the psychic?
nothing. She didn't even know it had tea on it."
She said,
That was
she said, you have a man who's not quite ready to settle. Well,
you knew that. You didn't have to go to the psychic for that.
any psychic can say that to like 5 women, and 4 out of 5 that'll fit.
Come on.
You know, besides the married one. Anyway, child, we didn't learn nothing.
So did the psychic tell her that she was pregnant?
I did not hear the psychic tell her that. We didn't hear that part.
So I was like, so what? Is she sure? And she got it from that
before
psychic.
she went there. I think she knew already before she went there. And then the psychic said something to, like, you know, confirm.
Yeah.
Wanda, you're stupid. That's all I have to say about that.
And your mama, that's what y'all do, huh?
Come on.
Come on.
You needed to be down to Walgreens, not down to the psychic. If you thought you were pregnant, should have been getting a pregnancy test. And go get his stuff back, because that's stupid. She ran around with a belt and a hairbrush in her bag.
That doesn't make sense.
So Meech and Terry go back over to K9's spot and they meet up with his cousin, because Meech is trying to finagle his way into, you know, meeting with the Colombian. And the cousin is like halfway down with it. It didn't take much, you know, for him to be convinced. He first told them how crazy K9 is and you don't want to mess with him like that. And as soon as Meech asked him, like, look, everybody got a price. What's yours? He said 10%. He didn't even have to think about it. He instantly went to, that dude's crazy, that I want 10%. All of a sudden, the K9 is at it again. He done popped their Aunt D and then took her money. Because I know that boy said that was their aunt.
That's what I was like. And the girl was talking. She had been in the head.
In the head. And he told her to get off the floor. He just said, get up from there.
He said he was tired of her stealing.
That's what he said. So Terry is shook because, you know, he's like, K9 is nuts. Are you sure?
Did
like,
you see him just do that to Aunt D?
We were just there, and
yeah,
that's his aunt. What do you think he's gonna do to us? And Meech is like, yeah, it's a done deal. This is what I'm gonna do. You back in the game. This is where we're going, and come or don't come. And his plan was to go take K9's cousin, I guess he speaks Spanish, to meet the Connect, because he's gonna translate for them. And Terry is like, absolutely not. I do not trust him. He's not going with us. He's absolutely not going with us.
You're right.
I'll translate. And me just like, with what? High school Spanish? I mean, I suppose I feel like, you know, if it were me, I would rather not take K9's cousin.
No. Who's
willing to go behind K9's back. That already right there is not a trustworthy thing. So, you know, me just like, Terry's like, okay, don't worry about it. I'm going to handle the travel and the weapons. And me just like, no weapons. We have to establish trust with these guys. And that's no weapons. What's the name won't go? But we're not bringing weapons. And Terry's like, yeah, all right. And right then I knew, I don't know why Meech didn't know that meant that he was going to do it anyway. He should go back to baby mama number 1's house, because I feel like both of us need a little peace in this moment. There's too much going on. Dee just got taken. Well, we don't know what happened. We know she's on the ground. So Terry is down to the insurance/travel agency. It's a travel agency also.
It's just a one stop.
Wow.
It's a one stop.
Well, he down there ignoring Lala flirting with the lady behind the counter, the other girl in front of her. because he's mad that she called him a child, and so now he's gonna go act like one of her job.
She fell for it. She jumped right in.
Well, and I don't know who her friend is, because besides all that, listen, coworker.
She was
I
down.
can't even say nothing because I got a husband. So I gotta shut my mouth and stand there and look at coworker girl flirt with Terry, because I can't even say nothing because I'm just slid him in the back room of the insurance slash travel agency that we didn't know that that's what they was doing over there. She tried to slide him her number or something, and he played her. And you're right, and she fell for it. So Lamar and Blackie go and visit Cash Doll. Apparently, she invited them over. So,
like, I get it, you don't.
She got her plan of action, and now she sat up there and told him, like, she's like trying to woo him in, and she sat up there and told him that Zoe is his daughter. So is she or isn't she? And if he's not her father, then who's her daddy?
Why would you, and you lucky that didn't make him snap though. Because if you didn't talk to her, she wasn't all that time.
Well, he'd been there the whole time. It probably would have made him snap if he had missed out, but that's why he feels so connected to the girl. I don't know if this is
really.
I don't know. I don't know if she's just playing this game or what she's doing. But I said, if he's not, then who is? It's not Mitch.
It's not Mitch. Mitch got the little one.
He got the little one. I don't know, child. Now he's excited. So he tried to give her a hug. She was like, ease up, we're going slow. So.
Because if he would have hugged her, she would have felt that
the peace that she had tucked away in her big old booty. He might not have felt it. Because it was real tucked away. Yeah, so Wanda comes home from the psychic and said that the lady verified that she was pregnant, and he's not exactly happy about it. He's actually mad, told her to kick rocks and go back over to that psychic and get his belongings, because he's not trying to hear that. You know, just
like
left
you
down
was there
to the
though.
Insurance travel place, and he over there, playing tete-a-tete with his married girlfriend, and here you go throwing wrenches in the program.
Oh, you got something from her. Now you mad. Oh,
no, he did do that, didn't he? Otherwise,
he absolutely did. He sat up there and did that and was talking about doing pictures and everything.
Family photos.
Now you mad.
Now you mad.
Yeah, go sit down.
You finna have an addition to the family. You back in the game, so the money gonna be rolling in. I feel like you should be ecstatic, Terry.
That one should be your piece, because the other one, she's not peaceful.
He's not.
She got too much going on.
He don't have no peace.
You didn't learn anything.
Now he got not peaceful and not peaceful at all. He don't need to do relationships. Well, after he fought with Wanda, he ran straight over there to Lala. He must have called that number she gave him. They're sitting out in the public streets like she's not married to someone who clearly seems to be kind of a big deal.
Come on. I'm sure he got some dudes rolling around, but okay.
Not just that, but keeping an eye on her because that's what they do. Well, they're sitting out there having a romantic date, sitting, I don't know, in front of some building. And they're going back and forth, and she says she's sorry. She didn't mean to call him a boy. And then she's trying to make sure that he manages his way through this deal that he needs to do, with the Colombian. I don't know what kind of Spanish lesson she could have gave him that fast, but that was the reason why they were supposed to be meeting up with each other. Then they're dancing around in the street. It was like a romantic comedy straight out from Hollywood studios. And then he tells her, he wants to be honest. He doesn't want to lie in this relationship. And Wanda's pregnant. And she said it's mine. I wanted to slap the dog shit out of him when he said that.
She said it's mine.
Are you for real?
Get out of here. You ain't been there, huh?
Probably not, Terry. Ugh.
And then she had the nerve to get an attitude. And I was like, girl, you is married. And you knew that he lived with the girl. So what is the attitude about? Ain't that what you got mad at him the last time?
And you came back over there.
Yeah. You knew they lived together.
So that means they probably sleep together. Just
like you sleep with your husband every night.
Right.
And all y'all kids that y'all got.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Well, Wanda and her mother go over to visit Terry's mom and his sister. They're having a little ladies get together. And I guess, the plan of her mother to tell Terry's mother to control your son and make him, I don't know.
She clearly can't. Y'all tried that once. It doesn't work.
Well, that's what she said. She said, we tried that. I don't think, no, why would you try that?
Right.
Because honestly, if it's my son, if you don't want to be with this girl, then I'm not going to try to force that to be a thing. But I do think you have to take care of your responsibilities, which is what his mother said. And her mother going to try to snap, talking about he don't need him like that. And well, then what is this conversation? And maybe he needs to be
over here.
Educated, coercing, like who's going to do it? Her? Because he be there all the time and you say nothing. So now what's going to all of a sudden make anything you have to say make it different? Talk to your daughter about not being stupid. How about that?
Right. He already treating you like that and you still laying up with him.
And you want to force your daughter to be
home?
with that? You want to force your daughter to be in a relationship with a man that don't treat her right and wants to be a drug dealer.
And you are fully aware of all of this.
Yeah, you know about all of it. Well, Terry's mother was like, look, like you said, we've already tried that. That was a bad idea. I just want you to know, Wanda, that you and your children are part of this family. And honestly, that's all she could have said. I mean, in that particular situation, wasn't nothing else for her to say. Because we're not going to be able to make Terry do anything he doesn't want to do. So meanwhile, while she's over there meeting up with with Wanda and her mother, Charles is down to the strip club with Miss Mabel. Now he didn't just turn from to a church man to down at the strip club. Talking about it's probably not a good idea for us to be in public. You think?
I'm trying to figure out, why are you in public with her? Why did you go that far? That's crazy. Y'all gonna do a date? What are we doing?
Because he has been suppressing this desire that he has had all this time. He's this, this Jezebel that the move next door has come through and just. Anyway. While Charles is in the strip club with his face all up in stripper booty, he looked up and seen Meech looking at him. And so, busted, I guess. Miss Mabel was getting ready to get him tangled up in a threesome.
Well, that's what she said. Oh, because she has said, have you ever had threesome? He said, girl, what kind of freak you think
I am? He said, what, you think I'm a freak or something? He was about to. He was about to till he seen Meech. So Meech and Terry are headed, I guess it's to Colombia. Are they going to Colombia or to some other island? Wherever they go, and they speak Spanish there. Now Terry then paid off the airport security luggage person to let him carry weapons on the plane. Is that easy?
I was just gonna say. Probably was back then before 911 and all that.
Yeah. Meech is mad because he's like, on this establishing trust thing. He's like, what are they gonna say? How are they gonna look? I don't know. I feel like You going into another country, whether you carrying or not, I don't think it matters. And if you get caught up over there in another country with weapons, seems like it just, it can't make things better. Like, what are you gonna do? How you gonna even escape the country? Even if, Terry, anyway. What good did they serve? They served none. Because as soon as they get to the hotel, Terry takes the stuff back to the room. Meech beelines to the bar with some chick, brings her back to the room, and they immediately get mugged. Now, I don't know why. That whole
like dummy.
This is that whole Adam and Eve syndrome. Like, here, she didn't even offer him no forbidden fruit, and he went flying over there anyway.
Dummy.
I thought you were smart. Jeez.
Dumb. Like, what is you
Lucky
there
for them. Say what now?
I was like, that was just dumb. What are you there for? You there to handle
Why
business?
are you there? And I mean, can you handle the business first? Even if that's what you want to do. Lucky for them, the people that took their luggage, mugged them, was the connect. He was, trying to see, first of all, I guess if they had his money, and whether they were carrying weapons, which they were. There was no money, 20 million or however much money they were supposed to be carrying. I guess old dude, K9's cousin, was feeding this guy one story. That's why he thought he was coming. Good thing he didn't come, because that whole thing could have went way different. But K9's cousin had them thinking, the Colombians thinking they was coming over with the money to do this transaction, and that's not what it was. For whatever reason, Meech in this connect, because the last connect did not like Meech, she liked Terry. This connect likes Meech better. They have a better connection with one another. I think it was when Terry just refused to take his cigar.
That's what it was.
Right? It might be.
That was a sign of disrespect.
You should have just took it. Even if he wasn't gonna smoke it, you should have took it. Right. And just said, thank you, stick it in your pocket,
Right.
I'm enjoy this thing later. So yeah. Mr. Not know anything. Anyway, they end up like getting undressed and getting into a pool because they needed to make sure there wasn't no wires, attached to them. They had a conversation. The deal's done. They asked for 100 keys. He gave them 300. Gave them 3 times what they asked for. And it's already in the US, so they don't even have to transport that thing nowhere. So looks like business been handled, kind of. There's some loose ends that need to be tied up, but for the most part, we own and popping. How old is Meech supposed to be? How much older is he than Terry?
He wasn't that much older. What, 2 years, 3 years?
I'm just wondering, like, why these two really young dudes was able to do so much. You know what I'm saying? With so little experience, I guess. So Bryant and Lady Cobb, they return the fake bricks back to the evidence guy. Everything's, gravy at the police station. Plus the fact that the PI shows up with the pictures that they took when they were surveillancing Terry and Lala over at the hotel.
Once again.
Another casualty?
Yeah.
This is what I was talking about. So they take those pictures over to Wanda. Now she's looking at her baby daddy with his face in somebody else's place. And apparently he done told that girl that it's against his religion to do that. And so now she's really must be feeling some type of way because he's sitting there looking at him do things he said he wouldn't do. And they want her to flip on, Terry, of course. And then, of course, Brian has to add his 2 cents. And if she doesn't, if she decides that's not what she wants to do, then he's going to implicate her too. No, you're not.
And her
mama, I think her mother was sitting there.
Well, her mama should have went down and filed a complaint.
Would that do any good?
Did. They can't force her. You can't say that. they could really have that girl shook, thinking that if she didn't, something was
She's
really
gonna be in
gonna happen to
trouble.
her. Yeah.
Right. Well, Brian and his partner are feeling very good about themselves. They go grab some takeout
Yeah,
food,
and
and
I
she
can't
goes
believe
back.
she was down with that.
She went back to his house. They had a little moment, played with his son, did some, karate moves, but they done stopped at Blockbusters. And for every reason, when he walked her out, they hugged and kissed each other. It was
nasty. She just done flipped real quick. I came in like she was all tough.
I mean,
all
you
to the
kissing them?
T. All of that.
How is that gonna work as partners? Doesn't that mean you're now compromised?
All this him getting you in trouble with the bricks and
You
you
done let
see
him
he-
almost risk your career?
and that turned you on.
This is a man writer. A man wrote it.
Yeah.
I told you that because they done wrote in there how now Charles went from being a church man down to the strip club with Miss Mabel the neighbor lady. Of course they're gonna have the detective smashing his partner. And he ashy and dusty. So Lamar brings Blackie to the vet. It's not looking good for Blackie. Apparently he's been in too many fights and he's just not gonna make it. Now, when they said he's not gonna make it, I didn't think it was gonna be that fast, but they meant like probably gonna need to go ahead and put him down now. But at the end of the day, if I don't put him down and he just gonna pass in a minute anyway, how much money did I save? Because I was gonna have to pay you to euthanize him.
That's why we don't do that. That's why Black
I've never done that. I've never had to do that, but I've never had a,
Yeah, but would you?
Put him down.
Right.
He would have to be severely in pain. Like it would have to be something that I just couldn't tolerate watching them suffer. But most of the times they just die though. Can you say that? I don't know what's okay to say anymore. Anyway, Meech and Terry, they meet up at the trailer where the work is, it's real like Animal Kingdom style. Where are you still watching Animal Kingdom? Are you finished?
I haven't made it to the last season yet. I'm still on season 5.
Okay. It's good, y'all. Anyway, they met up at a trailer. What do you call that? Yard. I can't ever think of the name
The rail yard.
I guess where they leave all the trailers from the big trucks.
Yeah.
Shipment yard. Maybe that's what it is.
Shipping dock.
Anyway, y'all know what we're talking about. We leave the thing. Anyway, they saw the work. The work was already there, just like the man told him it was gonna be. And here come K9's cousin, but he didn't, have much time to hang around. There was no conversation had because they took him out immediately, being that they was gonna have to do that. And his homeboy that he met up at the party. So that party that he went to with Jalen Rose ended up working out real good for him because it did. And he might didn't get no work that night, but he did build his army, so to speak. Lamar shows up at Snoop Dogg's church with their dog. Blackie is gone. And he walked in the church talking, can you save my dog? Snoop was like, too late for that, bro. The dog is already gone.
He already made it up there.
Lamar doesn't like to hear no. He does not, he wants Snoop to bring his dog back. And Snoop is like, I'm a preacher, not Jesus. I'm just the messenger. I can't bring the dog back to life. What's wrong with you? And so Lamar starts snapping, and then he done made Pastor Snoop go back to his gangster ways, and he done had to pull a piece out on Lamar and be like, I told you to leave out of here. But I suppose in some situations, the pastor might just need to be packing.
I don't know if Pastor was packing, but I know there were.
No, we're not going back to real life situations, are we?
No, yeah, not that one, not that one. I mean, at my church, Pastor wasn't packing, but it was some real
He had security.
security that was packing. Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy though? Like
It had got to that point when there was so many church pow-pows going on.
that you have to, yeah.
Yeah. We even had a meeting that if something like that happened, what to do. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's
We had a lot of those too. Not a lot, but that started being a thing. And then, you know, when you work in the school system, that becomes a thing of what to do. And I was like, I hate that this is a thing. Like you should not be here feeling like, oh,
in church. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
well, I mean, when you go to Pastor Snoop's church, you might, you know, need to be prepared for whatever will come. There was just down to the thing pouring out a little liquor. So he got a diverse congregation. I'll just put it that way. So Terry comes back to the house and Wanda confronts him about the pictures that she saw.
Of course. She was waiting on him.
She said, I guess eating cooch ain't against your religion after all. And I was like, oh, is that what you told her?
Mm.
You been holding out on Wanda? And is she about to push out another baby?
Mm.
And then she just sat up there and called Lala auntie. Now I can't even be mad at that because we've been saying that the whole time.
You messing around with auntie. Like who do that? Really?
I mean, that's what he's doing. At the end of it all, you know, he's like, I'm gonna take care of my responsibilities, and she says she out. Now, as cruel as that was, Detective Bryant, you actually did her a favor because Wanda, what you need to be is out. Gone, because it's only gonna get worse from here.
It's probably still gonna be worse because he seemed like that fool that if she says she out and she tried to move on, you not finna have around my kids and all that.
They always want to jump on who gonna be around their kids.
Yeah.
Not you probably, so settle down there, buddy. Charles got to go down to the record store, find out, like, hey, Meech, what's up? Now, all this time, I ain't never seen him approach Meech like that. Any other time is what you're doing in my house, and you're a low down, dirty dog dealer. Now it's, hey, son, I like your record. That brings back memories.
I didn't like that at all.
I mean, I ended up angry because at the end of the day, Meech decided that he's not stitching. He can't be no one woman man, and he really gives his pops props for hanging in there as long as he did.
Ain't that some mess? So it's okay that you're doing that. You a man. Yeah, a man wrote this. Definitely. It's all right, Pops. I get it.
I think we need to start teaching that to our daughters. Don't even worry about it. Leave his belt in the nightstand and just go on and do what you gotta do.
Lori Harvey that thing. Lori Harvey that thing. Child.
I mean, we need like a poster, like a Pam Grier poster. We need a Lori Harvey one for the new generation, for the next generation. Anyway, Meech is back down to the spot. Him and K9 got to talk and put this thing to rest. And basically, at the end of the day, K9 decided he didn't want to deal with the Colombians no more. I didn't go behind you. You threw it away. You can't be mad at me that I decided to pick up an opportunity that you no longer wanted. So at the end of the day, I definitely didn't go behind your back. Your cousin did, and he was willing to sell you out. So this is the thing. They wanted me to take you out, and that's not what happened. You got spared, and this dude had to go for being shiesty.
Right.
Apparently Meech was speaking his language because crazy K9, who likes to take out anyone that, you know, I don't know, used too much toilet paper in the bathroom. He understood it, but he was like, I can't mentor you anymore because now we're both bosses. So basically nobody gets pow, but they probably won't be working together.
Yeah.
That relationship is separate. And I don't see K9, like, he's established in his business. He definitely doesn't have to go through Meech to get a connect. He can figure that out
Right.
however he figures it out. While they're there, Lala calls Terry crying, talking about she needs him. See how much we can wrap this relationship up, because she's really just getting in the way of progress, to be honest. And he done left where he was handling business to go pick her up. She talking about her and Boone got into it, and she hit him upside the head with a bottle. So I guess he going to the hospital.
Yeah,
and she's standing there, and you didn't told me to come pick you up. Now you staring out the window and you ain't saying nothing. Like, what about picking you up for? Now she mad. She acting like she mad, honestly, about what he said, talking about this is why abused women don't come out, because no, that's not it, girl. You mad because Wanda is over there pregnant. And you went over to Boone's house and y'all start fighting and you hit him with a bottle. Now you over here calling Terry, whining, not really, being weird, honestly. Now you telling him he's just a boy and take you home.
Yeah.
Girl, what are you
Take her
going?
home and leave her over there where she's supposed to be. I don't like it.
She's crazy. There's something wrong with her.
Hmm.
So Child's sidekick finally gets out of the trunk of that car. I don't know how long he's been there, but clearly it's been a couple of days, because he goes straight to the nursing facility to see his mama and finds out that she passed 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow, Bryant. I'm sure he doesn't give a care. And that's where the situation ended. I don't know what's gonna happen to sidekick at this point, because I mean, I guess he's gonna have to bounce. I don't know what's gonna happen to him, because he can't go back over there with Meech and them.
That would be dumb if Meech let him back.
And Bryant, I mean,
you got nothing to hold over my head now.
Yeah, he does, because he still has that gun. Do you win?
Just bounce.
I guess he's gonna have to. So that's how that ended, y'all. So we'll see what's gonna happen. Is Pop's gonna go ahead and experience that threesome that he never got a chance to
I guess so. He got the okay.
Now that Meech has given him the okay, and will Wanda really leave, since Terry, really can't be with Boone's wife? Does she keep, calling him and telling him to take her back? And Terry, if you go ahead and convince Wanda to come back
nowhere
home,
from the preview. It'll look like Wanda went nowhere from the preview.
Look like who went nowhere?
Wanda. Look like she ready.
Well, that's what I said. If you're gonna take Wanda back, convince her to stay, Lord. Please put your face in the place. That's not nice. We know that's not against your religion, and what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Is D coming back to take us out?
D is on Madden.
Okay, well, T, you go ahead and do it.
Go ahead, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye, y'all.